How you doing, Tig? How you doing,
I know
Jazzy?
it's early out there, bruh.
Super early.
Yeah, man, it's the crack of dawn, but you know you get up for your friends.
I appreciate you, family.
Aw.
Appreciate you. Listen, we've been following what's happening out there. It really looks like on social media a scene from a movie.
I don't know, it's a little worse than that, man. I've been here all my life, and I've seen a lot of stuff, but I've never seen anything like this, man. It's animals running around, and when I say animals, I don't just mean cats and dogs, man. It's like, horses and deer and mountain lions, and it's just real dangerous, man. A lot of these areas where, people live in these high valleys and the hills are all just burnt, man, and dark, especially in the daytime. I've been out here with firefighters and going through some of these neighborhoods, helping people, and it's unexplainable, man, to be honest.
I wanted to commend you on all that you are doing. We saw that you did stuff with the firefighters.
Absolutely, yep.
And helped out some families with Airbnbs and things of that nature. What is the biggest need out there for people right now?
I think the biggest need is probably prayer. I mean, because there's a lot of people that are without homes, man. And it's hard to say that. I've been finding it hard to say that the last few days when we have a huge homeless population even before this. So it's like I've been conflicted of how to feel about, not newly displaced people, which, my heart is with every single body. But we also have people that were homeless before this that we didn't really care about. So it's just, I don't know, man. Like, it's the streets are wild. And it's like you said, it is like a movie, man. And so I've just been I've been following my heart every morning. Like right now, I'm just, and I'm not waking up. I've been outside since like 2 a.m, like rescuing animals, man. And I had just got home about an hour ago, and my plan was to take a shower and then get back out there and bring the firemen some coffee and breakfast with my team, which are already out there. But yeah, I've just been waking up every day, following my heart, man. Just going in the direction that God sends me in, trying to do whatever I can to help people.
We're watching this from like Instagram and from the news, but is there anything that we can do from afar?
There is there's a link to these GoFundMes, right? Which are people that are affected who necessarily aren't as rich as other people. Not saying that the rich that are affected aren't a thing either. Obviously, if you have more money, it's easier for you to navigate life after a tragedy. But there are people who are less fortunate who probably won't be able to put it back together unless we help them. And there's a long list of GoFundMes, and it's not hard to find on the internet. But I would say either that, just prayer, having your heart beat with people that are going through things just naturally as a human. And other than that, yeah, that's basically it, man, unless you're here. Because if you're here, you can actually, put in work physically. But other than that, yeah.
When we're talking the game this morning right here on the Big Tigger Morning Show, try to explain the wind situation, because we're hearing reports of 50, 60, 70 mile an hour winds, which is like hurricane type winds, what we would call that on the East Coast. But you put all that, like the wind situation with the fire is really what the issue is, correct?
Well, yeah. So what happens is around January, the beginning of the year, we have this wind cycle called the Santa Ana winds. And when they come, they blow. And so that combination mixed with like a semi-hot day, like high 70s, will start a fire. And it's just, I know they're saying there's a lot of conspiracy theorists and whatnot. I don't know who started it or what started. I just know that it's burning down my city. But, the Santa Ana winds are no joke. And I think this one, the winds blew like 80, 90 miles per hour. And, I mean, if anyone driving knows how fast the car goes when it goes 90 miles per hour, what that wind situation might look like in your mind. And it's terrible. I mean, that day when the fire started, bro, you walk outside and your body was getting blown down the street. And if you weren't, strong enough to like hold it down, you would literally be blown down the street. I swear to God.
So where are people migrating to? Like, of course, is it way away from the area? And then how are they migrating to these areas? Like, are they providing transportation? Is there like a bus?
I think the city, I think Uber and Lyft and just the city in general are making it, a little comfortable on people traveling, out of these areas and getting out of these areas. I think day one, the fire was, like I said, the winds were 80, 90 miles per hour, if I recall. And they were, coming, so the fire was coming so fast, people parked like cars, like literally left cars in the middle of the road. Mm-hmm. And firefighters couldn't even get into, the affected area because people got out their cars and just ran.
Talking to the game, reporting live from L.A. But again, kudos and blessings to you and your family and your team for doing what you feel is necessary for your city at this particular moment. Thank you for allowing us this insight and this time into what's happening out there because, like we see stuff and then some people think it's AI and some people don't know what's really real and all of that stuff. And I really wanted to talk to somebody who I knew had their boots on the ground.
Yeah, well, I tell you, man, this is definitely real. It's sad to be out there walking through what this fire has ravaged will bring tears to toughest person's eyes on earth. I think another thing that people forget about is when we're asked to evacuate these areas, you got people flocking houses, man. So I think that even the houses that, survived the fire and the ones that are still standing, like people running in their houses, when the power's off and all of that, and insurance companies and the security companies are, backed up or can't help. It's just a terrible scene, man. But we'll get into it off air, man. And God bless all y'all. Just like I said, just pray for us, man. We living in dangerous times.
How close are they to containing the fire? Or
I know as this morning, maybe 2 hours ago, they only got the first fire to like maybe not even 20%, and then the other one might be a little over 20. So it's going to be a long week.
Long way to go.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
but what I will say before I go, and I didn't want to miss this opportunity to say this. It's like if you can go back, and I mean Tig, right? You're a man. You go back to your childhood, bro, and when people ask you what you wanted to be, right, in class, and you said like a fireman, right? But we probably was never going to be a fireman, but we thought they were cool. This is a time where I really got to take my hat off to these people, man, fighting these fires, bro. They're coming from everywhere, man. They coming from, I think we had like Chicago fire, Minnesota fire, Colorado fire, and I'm talking to these dudes, man, and they uprooted, left their families in the cold because on the east it's snowing and it's freezing, right? These guys are leaving their families, man, and promising they'll be back and coming out here fighting these fires, putting their life on the line, and they really are doing their big one, man. So shout out to all the firefighters.
Alrighty, game. So you stay safe out there, bro. I'll keep you. I'll keep in touch with you to keep the rest of the city posted and the rest of the East Coast posted. But thank you again. Continue to do your thing and stay in touch, black man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All love, man.
V103.